On December 6, 1989, at Montreal's École Polytechnique, 14 women were shot, 12 of them engineering students. They were shot by a male killer who believed that these women had taken his place at school.
There's still a lot to learn from that. When we take time to stop and pause and reflect on this day, we remember what happened. We remember the reasons that led to it, and we remember the lives lost.
I remember spending the next day poring over the papers that came into the office, reading about all of the bios of these poor young women that had been lost. And there was one young woman whose bio particularly struck me because I just felt like her experience, where she had been, how she had got there, was quite similar to the experience that I had had as an engineering student and coming from a background where none of my family had gone to university. And it turns out later I met one of her best friends, who had been one of her best friends growing up in Montreal through cycling. A bit of a coincidence, but also made me realize that these were real people, and the impact of this loss was felt much broader than on the engineering community. It was felt by their friends and their families.
1989 may seem like a long time ago, but these women could have been our professors, teachers, mentors, and our industry leaders, but they're no longer with us today. As a community, we need to remember a time where women weren't necessarily encouraged to go into engineering, and it's important to remember that we need to support women in engineering, and as a community, move forward from this event to support one another.
As a male ally, it's an opportunity for me to use my privilege to challenge those problematic barriers that exist for women.
I think the best way to honor and commemorate these women who we lost on December 6th is to never stop the conversation, to never forget about them.
By remembering these events, it's an opportunity to share their stories, to share their histories, and it's an opportunity to reflect on the societal failures that led to this tragedy. The expectations of what careers men should have and what careers women should have. And so that we can continue to learn from that and make sure that it never happens again.